to have mercy upon the people in our country who are scared now. There are gay, lesbian, and transgender children in Democratic, Republican, and independent families, some who fear for their lives. And the people who pick our crops and clean our office buildings, who labor in poultry farms and meat packing plants, who wash the dishes after we eat in restaurants and work the night shifts in hospitals, they may not be citizens or have the proper documentation, but the vast majority of immigrants are not criminals. They pay taxes and are good neighbors. They are faithful members of our churches and mosques, synagogues, wadara, and temples. I ask you to have mercy, Mr. President, on those in our communities whose children fear that their parents will be taken away, and that you help those who are fleeing war zones and persecution in their own lands to find compassion and welcome here. Our God teaches us that we are to be merciful to the stranger, for we were all once strangers in this land.
The looks on Trump's and Vance's face says it all. Like, they say whatever you want to say, but I don't think if I'll act on it, will show them that mercy that you're looking for or that you're asking. Because he has already made, he's already signed it into a policy that there are only two genders in the United States of America, that is male and female. So talking about the gays and the transgender and the lesbians, it's out of his mind. Then one thing that he was so hard on is trying to introduce children into it. And the children are still very young and are the future of the nation, the future of every country. So if we introduce the children into it, forcing them into it and trying to do surgeries for them to change their genders is one thing that Trump was so hard on it. And I think that is why he took that greatest stand and just say there are only two genders, and that is it. Because you remember I said every school that promotes that calls on to children to change their gender, something will happen to them. Like, he will take very strict actions against the schools and the administration of that school. So I think people have to reform, and he did not say like he's going to destroy anyone or unalive any of the guys involved in it. I think he just said there'll be some rules to be taken through, but not unaliving them or jailing them or trying to put them in a place where their rights are not respected at any point. All he wants, I believe, is just order in the United States and nothing more, nothing less than that. So, so people should just, before they go themselves into those far rights activism experiences or the movement, they were just normal people. So I think they can also come back to be normal people in everything that they do. So it's not so hard for them to, something that they can just change. So I believe so.